Let me, hold on one second. Okay, let your bright on. So this morning, I want to welcome everybody. I missed you guys last week. We had a short week of our mastermind, and we were discussing just now about how, you really do appreciate things when they're not around in your consistent daily life. And so I'm glad to be back with you. Today, I wanted to talk about, not only letting your bride out, but the gratitude that I have for being surrounded by such a dynamic group of people, and always so grateful that when we do get together, we're able to share information. And I had been thinking about a few things because last week I was able to be on a conference call with the top leadership in Nerium, and we're actually going to do another one today. And so what I'm going to talk about is what we have coming, looking forward to in the future at the conference, and what's going to be happening in the future. So my quote today that I like and I saw was, when I stopped looking for the big payoff, or when I stopped looking for the payoff, the big bucks, that's when I had my biggest success. And I think in all business, that's something to consider and think about, because I know a lot of people get into new business and they feel like the world should open up to them immediately. And sometimes they don't realize that it could take 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years to actually, get to the point where they have the kind of success that they've been dreaming of. And so that was a good reminder. And also Warren Buffett, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. And again, that's a lesson in, working at something for a long time doesn't mean that it's a failure. It means that you're creating something for someone else for a long time from now. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Now, I can't tell you the products that are coming with Nerium in the next week at conference. I can't share with you exactly what they are, but I can tell you that whenever there's a new product that comes out with a company, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make that new product come out. And as a sales force and as a sales team, or as a business that you own, when you have a new product, there's a lot of things that come with that new product. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about what that means for you. It doesn't really matter what the product is, okay? We know in the history of our time with this company that they have developed really great products, and that their products work, and that people on the majority have a good result. And so if you are with this company, you know that you can feel very comfortable about the fact that when they put out a new product or products, that by and large, it's going to be a pretty good success for you. And based on that, you have to look at the fact that you built a clientele over the last how many months, years, whatever time you've spent in your business. And you have a certain clientele that you can rely on to feed that information. So I wanted to talk about that. So we know that when we go to the conference, if you don't know, they are going to be announcing a couple of new products, okay, for us. And from what I understand, they're in the health and wellness side of our company. So it's important to know that regardless of what the product is, you have to have faith in the fact that, they've done their research, they've done all the things that they need to do to be able to bring it to market. And so what that means is they have the innovation, they have the quality, they pick the price, they have the assistance, the efficiency, and the delivery system, okay, which falls into the category of all of us who have decided to distribute these products. And as a business, part of that distribution has been well thought out before they ever decided that they were going to roll this out. So now next week when we go, they're going to roll this out, and their sales force is going to hear about it for the first time. So what I'm suggesting for the mastermind is that you get together with your teams and you have a conversation about the fact that you need to be ready for that delivery. You need to be ready for that innovation. You need to be ready for what's coming, because the more ready you are, the more successful you're going to be. So, new product development. A great new product development capability and process is one that supports the corporate strategy and business model, motivates the organization to excel and achieve measurable, well-defined, and understood outcomes. The process needs to be flexible and adaptable so it can change as the organization learns and grows, and it needs to align well with the desired culture. Okay? So any new product, doesn't matter what it is, has to have these types of things attached along to it, to their sales force. So transparency. New product development does not get in the way, and it should also be lean. So we have to have faith that, of course, that the company has made these certain product development assertions before that they bring it out to delivery, which they're doing next week. So we know that because we know we've seen it in the past. We've seen the products, we've seen the success. Transparency. The new product development does not get in the way, and it should be, flexibility and adaptability. New product development needs to change. New product development should support the corporate strategy, whatever that may be: transformation, market leader, disruptor, number two players, etc. So, defining the strategy is really important when a new product comes out, So you can also feel very comfortable that, our company has done this before. They've rolled out other products in a very, very strategic way, and that we can follow that model very comfortably. And we can also bring into it some of our knowledge and expertise as we do that. A new product should support the desired corporate culture: open versus closed, collaborative versus transactional. We've talked a lot about this just in our own mastermind on how, we broadcast our products, and how we talk to our customers, and how we talk to our brand partners. A new product development needs to motivate the organization. So part of what we do here is we learn to decide how we're going to do that, and hopefully from working together as a mastermind, we go to our teams of people, and we might pick 3 to 5 people where we sit and have a discussion about how we're going to roll out this product together, how it's going to be decided. We're going to learn all of that when we go to conference, but just to have a heads up beforehand to know, okay, some new products are going to come out. How am I going to handle that? What am I going to do? What do I think I should do before I get to conference to really get the most bang for my buck? And the new product development should provide and drive effective and efficient decision making. So the hows, the whys, all of that. And I think that's what we do here. And we're going to talk about that in a second. And the new product development needs to be measurable and should deliver measurable results. We know this, right? Because we talk about this all the time, about setting our goals and SMART goals, and really looking at what we do on a daily basis. So delivering measurable results. If we know in advance that we've got some products coming, no matter what they are, we can make certain decisions based on that, and we can help our business grow before our products even come out. So new products, establishing timeframes. You need to allow adequate time to develop and to implement your new products. Your objectives for developing new products will inform your timeframes and your deadlines for implementation. Be thoughtful and realistic. Some objectives might overlap, but others will be mutually exclusive. So your objective to race against your competition will require efficiency from your team. We know that in the space that we're in, both in health and wellness and in skincare, there's a whole lot of competition. There's no question about it. There's lots of great products out there. There's lots of products that seem very, very similar. So we know that. So how do we broadcast that to our existing customers and the customers that may have gone a little quiet over the last months or years? How do we effectively broadcast that we have some new products coming and we're excited to share that? Your aim to achieve a specific launch date will be influenced by demand for seasonal products and calendar events. So, when you're looking at establishing timeframes for your customer base, we know that next week we're going to be announcing 2 products. So there's some things we can do before we even get there. There's some things that we can do in terms of knowing that there's a launch date coming, knowing that we have some products coming, and knowing how we can calendar that to effectively go to our customers and broadcast that. Your aim to be responsive to your customers' needs and demands will require time for research to ensure you develop the right products at the right time. So they've already done that for us, okay? So, you know, our Nurium executive branch, marketing team, product development, they've already done all of that work for us. So really ours is just the distribution end. Your objective to stick to business as usual and maintain other schedules will affect the resources you make available for your new product. Okay, so that's something that, again, you're establishing in your daily life how you want to get this information out to the people that you already have, possibly some new people that this may attract. Whether you know what the products are not, you have a history of knowing that the products are going to be very, very affluent in the marketplace, because we know that Nurium has a presence for health and wellness and for great skincare. So we know that if they're bringing out some new products, they're going to be competitive, they're going to be well, you know, researched, developed, all of those things. We're in good shape on that. Okay, so we're really just looking at our network of people, our customers, and how this is going to fit in. What's our plan? Okay, so identifying the market needs. Successful product development requires a thorough knowledge of your target market and its needs and wants. A targeted, strategic, and purposeful approach will ensure your products fit your market. Ask yourself, what is the target market for the product? So these are questions when you get to conference and you find out what it is. You're going to ask yourself these questions. What does the market need? Because I guarantee you right now, Nurium has already done this. They have done this type of research. They know the answers to this question. And they're going to give you these answers, but you're also going to have to formulate them for your own base, okay? Your customer base, your client base. What is the benefit of my new product? What are the market's frustrations of existing products? How will the product fit into the current market? And what sets this product apart from its competition? That's a big question. So these are questions that I actually think go very hand in hand with doing market research with not only your own customers, but your own base of friends. Maybe they aren't customers, but you are doing some product development for your company. And this is an opportunity for you to have conversations with lots and lots of people that you may not normally have conversations with, but you're doing market research for your company, which makes perfect sense. You're also doing customer research, which makes perfect sense. So these are questions that you can, ask people and make up your own questions on what you think. So I'm suggesting that you bring out your Fortune 14, you put down your customers that are active, your customers that aren't active, and by the way, you can print that out of your back office, and you start asking questions, okay? Now, this is a survey that is always a survey that you can use on anybody, but because we know we have new products coming, you can change some of these questions and you can utilize this to start the conversation, but we've used these questions before. Do you currently use skincare? Do you take supplements? Do you currently own a home-based business? Would you ever be interested in hearing about a new generation of patented products for your skin or brain or health? Do you know people in other countries? Would you like me to update you on our newest products from time to time? And you've got a couple coming, so you can do this survey and really get back to people with specific information. Have you ever thought about a home-based business? We asked that already. Well, actually, if they owned one. If you use Nurium products, are you likely to use our products consistently? And what products do you use consistently? Do you shop online? Do you purchase skincare products online? Do you purchase supplements online? Will you purchase products with shipping costs? Do you have a budget for skincare or health and wellness in your monthly life? Are you concerned with ingredients? Do you recommend products and services to your friends? Do you use and view social media? These are all good survey questions that you can do these types of surveys all the time, whenever you want, with people. And all you need to really say is, I'm doing some market research for my company. I'm doing some customer research for my company. This is done all the time. And the great part about having customers already and having already a client base is that they don't mind you calling them and asking if they have 5 minutes to answer some of their questions, because they know you're in business, they know they've been a customer, and you're asking them for help. You're not asking them to purchase anything, you're not asking them to really do anything, but give you some information that you can share with your team, with your mastermind, with your friends. Oh, I just did a survey with 10 of my friends, and it was very interesting to me what came back, and I'm wondering if I could share that with you, and maybe you could let me know if you have the same feelings about this or what your feelings are, because I'm doing market research for my company, and right now it's critical that I get some answers to these questions. There aren't a lot of people I know that if you broadcast this correctly, or you intentionally are out there to find out information about where people are at, that they're not going to answer your question. And the reason why you personally need to have this product development information is because as a distributor, you need to know your client base. You need to know what they want, what their concerns are, and everybody has a different idea. Or maybe you might find out that everybody's very, very similar. But those questions are going to be very, very important to you when you find out what the products are next week, because you're going to ask everybody that you're calling, when the products come out, would you like me to send you information? Would you like me to call you? Would you like me to text you? Would you like me to email you? How would you like me to get you the information? What would be comfortable for you? And by the way, I'm going to have some samples. Is this something that, if I have samples that are readily available, would you be open to trying it? So that's the kind of stuff that you can pre-do without even knowing what the product is. And I think that that's something that over the next week before we go to conference, it would be a great idea to put that in your talking points on a daily basis. It doesn't really matter really who it is. I mean, it can be your customers, it can be your client base, it can be your friends that you've gone to and they've never really supported what you're doing, but they're your friends and you're asking them for just some support. So I'm encouraging you, knowing that we are getting these products, that this week we really focus on how we're going to broadcast that out to our clients with perhaps surveys, just customer communication. And we're going to talk about that this week on what we're doing and how we're doing it and what's effective. But just know that there are new products coming and that they are going to be very important to the marketplace. They're going to be competitive in the marketplace. They're going to be something that everybody needs, like all of our products. And what we do with it, how we broadcast it, how we share it, what we're willing to do with it is how it will affect our own personal business. So that's my mastermind today, you guys. I'd like to open it up to you if you have any questions or comments on what we're talking about, or ideas would be awesome. So I'll open it up. Just unmute yourself.
Hey, Annie, it's Natalia. What was NPD? New product development or new?
Yeah, new product development. So
okay, cool.
And by the way, you can say that if you decide you want to take an hour today or every day, maybe 15 or 20 minutes, make 2 or 3 phone calls. You can say, I'm doing some new product development research. I can't tell you what the product is right now, but I wanted to ask a couple questions. Do you have a few minutes? That's going to open up a lot of information for you guys, and maybe even the opening for you to go back to these people after conference and really broadcast what that is. And so it's more of a warm call than a cold call if you do it in advance. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Good. Anybody else have any comments or questions or anything that you'd like to add?
Yes, Annie, that's inspired me to add to my list again and, kind of just go back to the people that I've even already called before, because I don't really do that. If I've called them and you know, they didn't seem that interested, I don't call them back. So I think that I'm going to relook at my list.
Well, and Barbara, you know, as an executive, as the CEO of your company, it makes perfect sense for you to do a new product development research with your clients. It's done all the time. And you're doing your due diligence because you're basically asking people that you know, look, I have some new products coming. I can't really discuss what they are until after next week when I go to my conference. But really what I wanted to do is do a little market research on maybe, I know it's going to be in the health and wellness. Hey, do you have a specific budget that you are interested in? Do you go to the gym? Are you open to perhaps some different things in your life? Can I come back to you when I know what these specific products are with some information? Are you open to me sending you information? Do you know other people that might need this information? So that you can broaden your list that way. Something to think about. And even if you only had 20 minutes a day to maybe call 1 or 2 people to do a survey, it's good practice. And you'll start thinking of questions that you really would like to ask, or maybe that you would like someone to maybe ask you. You know, I always find that when I ask myself the question, I think to myself, you know, what would I want to be asked? You know, what am I interested in? And so I think those are the types of things that you want to put on your survey.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Okay, good. Anybody else have any ideas they'd like to share? Okay, well, we have our week cut out for us, you guys. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday, and we'll talk more about our customer surveys. If you have any ideas, bring them on Wednesday, because I think the more we do pre-conference, the better off we're going to be. Okay?
Amen.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Annie.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.